Everybody, I am Bruce Wilcox. I'm the CEO of NXT Energy Solutions. Can we close that door, please? And I'm joined today by my CFO, Eugene Wachishin, and our Investor Relations Director, Michael Baker. So thanks for being here. So we are a hydrocarbon and geothermal exploration technology. And what our product does is it can detect the gravitational perturbations that surround pressurized fluid-bearing formations, entrapped fluid-bearing formations. So we are fast, we are very, very economic, and our accuracy rate is terrific. Let's see. Okay, so classic marketing, find a need and fill it. Operators in the industry have experienced higher costs, declining success rates, and increasing environmental concerns. So what we can provide is the airborne survey. This technology was developed by us and is patented in 47 countries. And our clients are both national oil companies and independent oil companies, primarily outside of the United States and Canada. So here's an example of what a $5 million expenditure on SFD technology will get you compared to what a $5 million expenditure on 3D seismic will get you. In our case, 2,200 line kilometers, and the time to complete from data acquisition to delivery of final integrated results to our clients, about 2 months. In contrast, with a traditional seismic, you'd get about 250 line kilometers, and the time to complete that could be as much as 2.5 years. And then in terms of the utility of our results, this is a summary of 35 wildcat wells that were drilled on NXT recommendations since 2009. We had 25 commercial discoveries, 7 dry holes. That is a phenomenal couple of statistics. So that is a prediction strength of about 71% compared to, for high risk onshore in the industry, about 18%, and for offshore, deep water offshore, about 7%. Here's an example of the graphic, data that we will present to clients. These are 3 pretty well known: the Rubiales field in Colombia, huge field; Gilby in Canada; and Ladyfern. So on the sides you see the background condition, and those are that's sensing gravitational potential energy. Then when we cross the boundary of a fluid-bearing formation, that readout dips and remains depressed until you get to the other side. So this allows, if you have a large amount of unexplored acreage, this is a very, very, very valuable and cost-effective tool to identify where you want to spend your exploration dollars. And in my opinion, the highest and best use of our technology is in combination with seismic. So that top band shows the SFD readout, and the bottom is a seismic section. So it may be a little bit hard to see, but the yellow bands on the top section indicate where the SFD recommendation to drill would have been found. And you can see that there were 3 successful wells. The operator had drilled wells on what they thought were promising, seismic anomalies, but drilled a total of 3 dry holes. So the combination of SFD with seismic is really a winning combination. These are a few of the companies that we've done work for. Pacific Rubiales is the operator of the Rubiales field. A lot of these are familiar: British Petroleum, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, etc. So this will be impossible to read, but these are key operational and commercial milestones since 2023. I was appointed following the passing of our founder, and we have, I think, done a pretty good job of making our order book and backlog and going to market efforts much more consistent. We also have gotten, and I hope some of you will come see us at our breakout table, which is number 53, so we can go through this kind of stuff in more detail. But we also have started to gain wider industry recognition. We were awarded the best exploration technology at something called the Gulf Energy Excellence Conference in October 2024. We've been nominated 2 years in a row by Platts for a similar kind of recognition. So I could summarize our go-to-market strategy as an emphasis on frequency, adjacency, and repeatability. And these are 4 areas of the world where we have had concentration and a number of successes. Africa, Turkey, and adjacent countries which are prospective, South Asia, Southeast Asia, and the Americas, primarily Latin America and Mexico. So, we want to, that the adjacency piece of this is really, really important because, that's when we can demonstrate success, it's that much easier to win the next client. We have also been really researching the applicability of SFD to geothermal exploration. I would say that this is a research, effort, but we have done one commercial survey, and I think we're still learning, but this is a huge potential market if we can demonstrate effectiveness. So we've got a great management team, Eugene, as I've indicated, and Mike, but we have 2 geophysicists. We have a PhD director of research, and this team has been together for an extended period of time, and we're small and compact, but very, very effective. Here's some summary data. We have a equity capitalization of about 50 million, 60 million Canadian, and as indicated, we were recognized for the Gulf Energy Excellence and Platts, which is, I think, the oldest publication in the industry. So in summary, we're fast, we're clean, we're cost effective, we have increasing industry recognition, and this regional go-to-market strategy of frequency, adjacency, and repeatability is starting to show some results. We had a pretty strong first half, and I think we've got some excellent prospects. So with that, I'm going to stop talking and invite questions. Yes, sir.
So right now you have a mix of hydro and dry hole, it's very low. Is there any other data sets either that you have in the works or these lines that were allowed you to do that?
Well, I mean, that's pretty remarkable. I mean, it's orders of magnitude higher than the traditional techniques. So what we are working on is a couple of advanced applied mathematic techniques to render the interpretation process faster, more efficient, and ultimately probably something that we can allow our clients to do the interpretation themselves. In terms of whether that results in even higher commercial success rates, I don't know, that's a large statement, but of course we always are looking to improve the process. Yes, sir.
So the success rate is really good. Is it just a matter of getting the word out there?
Well, partly, and things like the industry, these awards like Gulf Energy Excellence, and I think it's maybe something about making sure we're really consistent and really focused, and yeah, I mean, I think it's bearing fruit. So that's the game plan.
Yeah, Bruce, if I can
Please.
add to that. So, Bruce brought our focus and our strategy of adjacency. So we've finished a project in Turkey as an example. We've got a lot of business development activity in the Turkish region for potential projects. Same thing in Southeast Asia, which we've completed that project in the third quarter, and there's a lot of activity from other operators looking with a lot of interest.
Yeah. Thanks, Eugene. Anybody else? Yes, sir. Well, there are lots of different exploration techniques. We encounter full tensor gravitational measurements, but we're very mobile. Our technology is unique. I mean, the company invented and developed it, so there's nobody who does exactly what we do, and so I think we stack up very, very competitively with other technologies. Yes, sir.
Does it work offshore as well?
Yes. Onshore, offshore. We typically fly at about 10,000 feet, so we are not constrained by terrain. We're not subject to shoulder-launched missiles because we operate in some pretty interesting parts of the world. Our Turkish survey was down near the Syrian border, so, but it's fast, it's safe, and not constrained by terrain. Yes?
Yeah, you mentioned the Turkish project, so you are operating in some more volatile areas. What percent of revenue or future revenues do those consist of, and how do you de-risk those projects?
Well, okay, so this is an exploration technology. And, as a very broad statement, North America, like Canada and the United States, have been so heavily explored and drilled that we think there's greater opportunity abroad. So, I think that I think we de-risk it by just making sure we've learned from every project that we've done. We have extensive permitting requirements that usually involve the military, as well as the energy administrative authorities. So, and we have, we have a single plane. It's operated by a Calgary-based Air Partners, is the name of our service provider. They provide the pilots. So I think that we de-risk by just, experience. Keep going.
Is there any region of the world
Where we would not be.
where you would not be allowed to survey?
Well, there are parts of the world where I wouldn't want us to survey, China being one in particular. I mean, I'm sure we could get the plane in, whether we could get it out again,
Are there any restrictions on
It varies. I mean, you know, so for instance, we have announced a upcoming survey in Pakistan. We did a survey, you know, quite a number of years ago in Pakistan. When India and Pakistan started shooting at each other, that sort of, you know, put a little bit of a pause. So I don't know. Eugene, you want to add to that?
So I'm effectively the chief risk officer also. So there are countries we can't go in because of this restriction or war zones, etc. And as Bruce said, there's some places we will not go. But for example, we cannot take the plane into Ukraine, Russia, Libya, those kind of countries. But but there really is the other side of that. Even if you did the project in there, I don't think you'll get paid, and so you're not going to go into those areas. But we make effective use of local people on the ground that help us navigate all that, and as Bruce said, just making sure we don't do any false steps with permits with the military. So every time we fly, there's a military representative in those countries to make sure we stay within the appropriate areas. And you know, we announced our Pakistani project a year ago, but it just takes a long time to get through all the permits. And we're hopefully in the next few weeks, the plane's off the ground to get that project, which is a very important project for us. And which also leads back into that whole adjacency, because once we're in country, we're hoping there's at least the start of finalizing a couple other opportunities there. But as soon as people see the plane in country, it makes it a lot easier to advance projects.
Yes, sir.
Do you have like a capacity limit?
I couldn't hear you.
Is there like a capacity limit?
You know, with a single plane and with our current staffing, I would say that it's a guesstimate, or it's an educated estimate, but I would say that our revenue capacity is probably in the $40 million range, probably caps out there. We have already done some analysis on whether it would be, you know, good for our future to acquire another aircraft. One of my hopes would be that we explore whether we can lease aircraft rather than owning. But yeah, so I mean, we're a ways from that constraint, but you know, the idea is to keep growing. Mr. McWhirter.
I got your new marketing pitch. It's simple, it's CFA, and it is 10-10-4-10. So it's 10 times the coverage area, 10 times faster the results, typically 2 months, 10 times the accuracy over water, where you end up saying, geez, we're spending a huge amount of money per well, versus the 410 is 4 times as accurate on land, 10 times where it really costs over water. So there you go. CFA, 10-10-4-10, simple, Fisher price.
Okay.
Simple, simple.
Yeah, thank you.
It's all complicated with all this other stuff.
I should get you up here, get you behind the microphone. Thank you. Yes, Jerome.
Chief, is there any difference from your perspective in the size of the surveys you do versus oil and gas?
Not necessarily, but I don't think we really have enough experience directly with geothermal to really make a strong statement with regards to that. But you know, so the answer is I don't know yet. We don't know yet.
You said you've done one survey. When was that?
May of 2024.
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah. It was in Canada for Canada.
It was in north of Edmonton.
Yeah.
There's a geothermal hotspot there for First Nations.
And the ultimate client was an offshore client. Okay, I think we're probably about at the end. Thank you all very much for being here. We're table number 53. If you want to swing by and see us, we'd be delighted.